Please welcome our next TED Talk, Synthetic Sample Morning Overview.
Thank you, Rachel. So SampleCon picked somebody that doesn't know a whole heck of a lot about synthetic data to lead out synthetic data today. But I do know a little bit. We'll get those slides up there in a second. There we go. So powerful slide number one, thank you. This is what we're going to talk about today, synthetic data. And I'll tell you, the interesting thing about this is that it's really a question of who knows what about synthetic data. Lots of times when emerging tech pops out, it's always a lot of questions. Everyone has their opinions. In 2023, we did a town hall at Quest, and I talked to the team and I said, this has the chance to be an extinction level event. Synthetic data is going to replace quantitative data. We're going to be all out of business. So thankfully I was wrong and I didn't know what I was talking about. But what I want to understand really at the end of the day is how much everybody in the room before we get started understands about synthetic data. So we'll do a little thing, basically a hand test. So if you know nothing, you can keep your hand down. If you know a little bit, maybe, enough to be dangerous, you can raise it up. If you know everything, shoot it right up, and I don't know why you're here. So, how confident are you in your knowledge of synthetic data? Show of hands. Can't see with the light. Everyone a little bit and a lot of no. Okay, so the idea is that when this group comes up, you're going to walk away with, and I'll read who they are, but you're going to walk away with a ton of knowledge on synthetic data, and you're going to be super fired up so that you can raise your hand as high as possible after these 5 sessions. So basically, we have 5 sessions coming up. They're about 15 minutes. They're supposed to be TED Talky. And we're going to start out with Natasha from Sint. She's going to kick us off. Sorry, I have to read this. I don't know everyone's name. Then we're going to be followed by Rasto from Group Solver. Then Scott from Realize and Leonardo from Live Panel. And then Bennett will come in from Inferred Mind. And then Doug from Yabble is going to close us out. So it should be pretty cool. And then after, you guys can break for a little bit and then come back and ask them awkward questions and all that fun stuff. So before we get started, we got to understand a little bit, frame a little bit on synthetic data, right? Risk versus reward. I like to do things backwards. So we're going to do reward first. I think the consensus reward from all the speakers and everybody I talked to, simply put with synthetic data, it does what good res tech is supposed to do, right? It gets you stuff that's cheaper. It gets you stuff that's faster. You don't have to do a 6-month-long research program. You can get data quickly, and it's going to be accurate. It's going to be good. That's the promise. So that's really the reward at the end of the day, right? Doing something different. It's not going to replace Quest Mindshare or quantitative research. It's not going to be an extinction-level event, but it has the potential to be an excellent tool for the research community. Now, the risk, the consensus risks simple things that we think about, right? Like anything with emerging tech. You need to wrap some guardrails around it. There needs to be best practices, right? What's acceptable, what isn't. But I will tell you, the number one consensus risk of anybody that I talk to when it comes to synthetic data is the concept of garbage in, garbage out, right? We're modeling synthetic data based off of what we accept in the industry today, right? 20, 30% bad data, fraudulent data. And for some people, nowadays, we still talk about it. I know I'm wearing, I'm wearing this today. Usually Wednesdays are always the quality day, right, at SampleCon, so I'm just paying homage to it. But the bottom line is, if we're going to dump in data sets and model synthetic data off of data that's 20, 30% fraudulent or bad, that's a problem, right? That's a big, big risk. And if you don't think it's real, I will tell you one thing, okay? I was going to do a whole thing, look around. You know, I will do it. Although I don't know if it's accurate, because I think some of those people that I know are gone. But if you look to your left, look to your right, people that you talk to today at SampleCon, yesterday at SampleCon, at the bar, shaking hands, I guarantee you talk to somebody, okay, that is either a survey farm or wantingly and knowingly resells survey farm data. That's today at SampleCon. We're at SMR. There were multiple people that were displaying and had their booths there. There were survey farms, okay? That's the reality of the business. So how do we make sure that our data is modeled after good quality data?